Welcome back to Hard Hat Chat, everyone. I'm Justin Smith, CEO of Contractor Plus, and joining me as always is Gerritt Bake, CEO of BuildPro. And today, oh man, today we're stepping into a topic that has the entire construction world torn right down the middle. AI scheduling, AI estimating, AI planning. Are these tools giving contractors a fair advantage? Or are they basically cheating? Because depending on who you talk to, AI is either the best thing to ever happen to the trades, or it's the equivalent of showing up to a job site with instructions you didn't earn.
You know exactly the crowd I'm thinking about. You show them AI and they react like you just introduced witchcraft. They say things like, back in my day, we didn't need computers to tell us how long a job takes. Yeah, Mike, but back in your day, gas was 74 cents and nobody sued you for a crooked faucet. The world changed, and the contractors who act like anything new is cheating are usually the ones who get blindsided when the industry moves forward without them.
And then, on the other side, you have the early adapters who look at AI like it's Christmas morning. You mean I can estimate faster? I can schedule more efficiently? I can predict delays? I can avoid callbacks? I can see my profit margin before the job even starts? And suddenly they're using AI for everything except maybe tucking their kids into bed.
But the tension is real because for decades, skill meant experience. Experience meant time in the field. Time in the field meant wisdom, and wisdom meant accuracy. But now, a contractor with 5 years of experience can generate an estimate in seconds with the same level of accuracy it used to take veterans decades to master. That scares some people. They feel like AI is shortcutting the rite of passage.
Exactly. It feels like showing up to the job site with a cheat sheet while the rest of the class is struggling. But here's the thing, using tools isn't cheating, it's evolution. The hammer didn't replace the stone. The nail gun didn't replace the hammer. Laser levels didn't replace chalk lines. Tools aren't cheating. Tools change what's possible.
And AI is just another tool, a really powerful one. It's like having a project manager, an estimator, and a mathematician all sitting in your phone. And instead of working 40 hours per week, they're working 24/7 without complaining or needing breaks.
But let's go deeper, because this is where the real conversation begins. AI doesn't replace judgment. AI doesn't replace experience. AI doesn't replace the ability to walk onto a job site and feel something's wrong before you even see it. AI doesn't replace the instinct that comes from getting burned a few times. AI helps people who already have the wisdom work faster, think clearer, and make fewer mistakes.
Exactly. If someone has never estimated a job in their life and they use AI to generate a quote, that quote still needs sense checking. AI can give structure, it can give a baseline, but it doesn't know the weird curveball the house has thrown at a dozen contractors before. It doesn't know the customer who changes their mind 3 times. It doesn't know the old wiring, the bad framing, the inconsistent plumbing, the soil quality, or the city inspector who hates everyone full time.
AI doesn't see the job site. It interprets data, and data is powerful, but incomplete. The contractor completes it with perspective. That's why calling AI cheating doesn't make sense. It's only cheating if you treat it like a replacement for expertise. But if you treat it like an assistant, it becomes the most valuable teammate you've ever had.
Let's talk about scheduling for a second. Anyone who has ran a construction business knows scheduling is a nightmare. It's like trying to solve a puzzle while the pieces keep changing shape. Rain delays, material shortages, last minute customer requests, workers calling out sick, delivery trucks running behind. Scheduling by hand is like solving chaos with a pencil. AI scheduling is like giving chaos a traffic cop.
And not just that, AI doesn't get emotional. It doesn't second guess. It doesn't forget. It doesn't misread a note. It doesn't assume something will work out magically. It just calculates constantly. If a job gets delayed, it recalculates. If a worker is unavailable, it recalculates. It finds the optimal path in seconds, and that turns into real savings, real efficiency, real clarity. But again, here comes that old school pushback. If AI does the work,
What's the point of having a manager? Well, the point is that the manager's job changes. Instead of spending 9 hours a week juggling calendars and apologizing to customers, the manager spends their time leading, strategizing, coaching, and preventing fires before they start. AI eliminates busy work so humans can focus on real work.
One of my favorite lines is AI won't replace contractors, but contractors who use AI will replace contractors who don't. It's not about being better than the machine, it's about being better with the machine. And every major industry has gone through this transition. Construction is just getting its turn now.
The key is understanding that tools don't create skill, they amplify it. A bad estimator using AI is still a bad estimator. A good estimator using AI becomes a machine. A disorganized company using AI is still disorganized. A well-run company using AI becomes unstoppable.
And that's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to say out loud. Some contractors are afraid that AI will expose weaknesses they've been hiding: missed hours, bad estimates, poor scheduling habits, inefficient workflows, lack of documentation. AI reveals all of that because it calculates without emotion.
That's the uncomfortable truth. AI isn't cheating. AI is accountability. It shows you where your business is leaking money. It shows you which jobs are underbid. It shows you which techs run behind. It shows you inefficiencies you've normalized. Some contractors don't want that mirror. They want the comfort of the way we've always done it. But the way we've always done it nearly killed half the companies during the supply chain crisis.
And when younger contractors embrace AI naturally, the older ones start feeling threatened, not because the younger ones cheat, but because they adopt faster. They're not afraid of systems. They're not afraid of automation. They're not afraid of visibility. They're not afraid of data. They see AI as an extension of themselves instead of a threat.
And that's where the real divide is. Fear, not fairness. Contractors aren't scared of AI replacing them. They're scared of other contractors using AI better than they do. They're scared of being outpaced, outpriced, outmaneuvered, outscaled. And AI absolutely gives advantage to those who use it, but advantage isn't cheating. Advantage is evolution, which leads straight into what we're about to talk about in
Next part: how AI changes the competitive landscape, how small contractors suddenly compete like large ones, how estimating becomes more accurate, how scheduling becomes more predictable, how profit becomes more consistent, and most importantly, how contractors can use AI without losing the human touch that is the heart of the trades. Because this
industry has always been about people, and AI won't change that unless contractors let it. It can make work easier, but only people can make work meaningful.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a short break. And hey, if you're a contractor looking to scale your business without adding more chaos, check out Contractor Plus. It's the only app you'll ever need to run your business from start to finish. CRM, estimates, invoices, and payments. Everything contractors need to manage jobs, stay organized, and grow their business in one place. Win more work, save time, and run a smarter operation with Contractor Plus. All right, welcome back. And now we're stepping into the heart of the argument, the competitive side. Because the real friction with AI in the trades isn't about whether it's helpful. It's about whether it gives some contractors an edge others don't have. And what does that edge mean? Is it an unfair shortcut, or is it simply the new reality of running a modern business?
Yeah, this is where things get spicy because the contractors who use AI are suddenly estimating jobs faster, scheduling crews smoother, forecasting profits more accurately, and dealing with way fewer mistakes. And the contractors who don't use AI look over and say, well, that's cheating. It's the same tone a construction worker gets when they see someone else using a machine that reduces half the manual labor. It's not really cheating, it's jealousy wrapped in nostalgia.
Exactly. It's that feeling of, hey, I struggled for years to learn this craft, so you should have to struggle too. But that isn't how any industry evolves. I mean, imagine telling a carpenter, sorry, you can't use a nail gun because your grandfather didn't. You'd get laughed off the job site. Yet people act like AI is some forbidden shortcut instead of just the next stage of capability.
And at the same time, I get why some folks feel uncomfortable because estimating, scheduling, and project planning used to be the great equalizers. They separated the great contractors from the average ones. You could tell who had real experience by how well they predicted the job. You could tell who knew their stuff by how accurately they bid. You could tell who understood labor flow just by looking at their schedule.
And AI starts leveling that playing field. Instead of taking someone 10 years to nail down great estimating skills, AI gives them a formula on day one. It's almost like giving a rookie the cheat codes for Madden. But here's the twist. Even with cheat codes, you still have to know how to play the game. You still have to understand the work, the crew, the customer, the job site conditions, the curveballs. AI can predict, but it can't experience.
And that's the thing. AI doesn't turn amateurs into experts. What it does is remove the barrier of entry for the basics so that you can focus on what actually requires craftsmanship, judgment, and leadership. And honestly, that scares some people because it exposes who's been relying on guesswork instead of skill.
You know what the funny part is? After using AI, contractors often realize that their gut feelings weren't magical wisdom. They were years of accumulated patterns that AI now calculates instantly. AI doesn't replace your gut. It confirms it. It validates it. It gives you confidence. And when it disagrees with you, it forces you to ask why, which leads to better decisions.
Another big tension point is money. Contractors see other companies using AI and suddenly winning more bids, closing projects faster, and improving margins. And the first assumption is they must be doing something shady. Nope, they're just using tools that increase accuracy and reduce wasted time. Using AI isn't cheating any more than using QuickBooks instead of handwritten ledgers is cheating.
Let's talk scheduling, because this is where things really shift. A company using AI scheduling can respond to changes instantly. Rain delay? Boom, automated adjustment. Tech calls out sick? Boom, workload redistributed. Material delay? Boom, job moved without the entire schedule collapsing like dominoes. Meanwhile, manual scheduling turns into 3 hours of phone calls and praying.
Exactly. And this gives AI users an advantage, a real one, but an earned one. Anyone can choose to use the tool. It's not hidden, it's not illegal, it's not some backdoor hack. It's a tool available to everyone, just like estimating software, CRMs, laser levels, better trucks, or premium tools.
But here's the deeper layer. AI helps contractors say no to the wrong jobs faster. It helps them identify unprofitable projects before they waste 4 site visits. It helps them reveal hidden labor drains. It helps them assign the right tech to the right job. It actually improves fairness because the company stops underbidding just to compete with lowball contractors who don't understand their costs. And that raises the question, is AI leveling the playing field?
Or is it tipping it? I think it's leveling because the companies who were historically more organized, the big dogs, always had advantages. Full-time schedulers, dedicated estimators, analysts, office support. AI gives smaller contractors access to the same type of power without needing a full office staff.
That's exactly it. AI shifts the power dynamic. Instead of larger companies steamrolling smaller ones simply because they have more resources, AI lets smaller companies compete with efficiency instead of manpower. That's not cheating, that's empowering. But it does raise another point. The contractors who refuse to
Adopt AI will fall behind. They'll work harder while others work smarter. They'll stress more while others stress less. And eventually, it won't matter if they label AI as cheating. The market
will decide.
what's normal.
And the market always moves forward. Nobody's going to slow down progress to protect someone's comfort. When the fax machine disappeared, no one started a protest saying email is cheating. When estimating software appeared, no one said the spreadsheet ruined the sacred art of adding numbers. AI is just the next inevitability.
But let's talk about the emotional part, because that's where the real resistance comes from. Contractors worry AI will expose their flaws. They worry it will show how inefficient they've been. They worry it will highlight their lack of documentation. They worry their business isn't as organized as they thought. They worry customers will expect more transparency.
They worry the industry will outgrow them. And that fear is valid. But here's the truth. The AI gives you clarity. It gives you visibility. It gives you the ability to tighten up the parts of your business that you've been ignoring. It's not exposing you to embarrass you. It's exposing you to help you.
Because the companies that embrace AI will have fewer scheduling conflicts, fewer estimating errors, fewer callbacks, fewer delays, and fewer financial surprises. They'll have happier customers, happier teams, and way less internal chaos.
Which brings us to the real question behind today's topic. If AI gives you an advantage, does that mean it's unfair? Or does it simply mean the industry is evolving and refusing to evolve is the only true disadvantage?
And honestly, I think the only cheating happening is when contractors cheat themselves out of growth by refusing to adapt. If someone hands you a tool that makes you better, faster, more accurate, and more profitable, the real mistake is not picking it up.
And that sets the stage perfectly for part 3, because in the next segment, we're diving into the future, how AI will reshape roles, what parts of the job it will influence, how contractors can adopt AI without losing authenticity, and most importantly, how the human element remains at the core of everything the trades do. The fear is that AI will replace people. The reality is that AI will require better people. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a short break. And hey, if you're a contractor looking to scale your business without adding more chaos, check out Contractor Plus. All right, welcome back. And this is where we zoom out and look at how AI changes not just the tools we use, but the entire future of contracting. Because let's be honest, when contractors argue about whether AI is cheating, they're not really arguing about fairness. They're arguing about identity, about pride, about what it means to be skilled in an industry built on craftsmanship, instinct, and experience.
Yep. The fear isn't the technology. It's the idea that the technology might diminish the value of the years someone spent learning the craft. But here's the twist: AI doesn't erase experience, it amplifies it. It turns you into a contractor who doesn't have to waste energy on the tedious stuff. You're still the brain, the decision maker, the expert. AI just clears the noise, so your experience rises to the surface faster.
And the trades have always been built on adapting to new tools. You didn't see plumbers revolting when PEX arrived. Electricians didn't quit when thermal cameras became standard. Carpenters weren't furious when oscillating tools replaced hand chisels. Every generation has its breakthrough. AI is ours.
But the future isn't about replacing anyone, it's about rearranging responsibilities. Think about how many hours contractors lose every single week to tasks that have nothing to do with actual construction. Quoting, scheduling, admin, chasing materials, redoing estimates, reorganizing jobs when something changes. AI steps in and says, hey, let we handle the headaches so you can focus on the building.
And that changes who thrives in the industry. Instead of the best contractor being the one who works the most hours or holds the most knowledge in their head, the best contractor becomes the one who uses the best systems. That scares some people, but it shouldn't. It's an equalizer. A humble contractor with good tools will outperform an arrogant contractor stuck in old habits.
And the human element becomes even more important. AI can calculate, but it can't reassure a homeowner who's nervous about a renovation. AI can predict labor flow, but it can't walk into a staff meeting and inspire the team. AI can spot conflicts in a schedule, but it can't diffuse a conflict between two techs. AI can spot risk patterns, but it can't spot the tension in an employee's shoulders when they're overwhelmed.
That's why calling AI cheating misses the point entirely. You can't cheat at leadership. You can't cheat at relationship building. You can't cheat your way into being the person everyone trusts. Those things still take experience, emotional intelligence, and real presence, skills no algorithm can duplicate.
And let's talk about something that rarely gets mentioned. AI will actually make the trades more attractive to younger workers because young people aren't scared of tech. They expect it. They want modern tools. They want efficiency. They want clarity. They look at companies running on sticky notes and outdated spreadsheets and think, why would I work somewhere that feels 10 years behind the rest of the world? AI modernizes the industry in a way that pulls new talent in instead of pushing them out.
Exactly. And for smaller contractors, AI becomes an equalizer against the giant firms. Instead of hiring 5 office staff, AI becomes your internal engine. It helps you grow without drowning. It lets you scale without chaos. And that scares the bigger companies more than anyone, because suddenly the little guys are competing at a level that was impossible before.
And the companies that thrive in this new era won't be the ones who use AI the most, they'll be the ones who use it smartest. It's not about handing everything to a machine, it's about using AI to enhance your workflow while staying human where it matters. Think about it like this: AI gets rid of the noise so you can bring the music.
That's beautifully put. And here's the deeper truth. AI forces contractors to confront the inefficiencies they've been ignoring: poor documentation, sloppy estimates, ineffective scheduling, lack of forecasting, underpriced jobs, inconsistent margins. AI doesn't create these problems, it reveals them. And the companies who lean into that discomfort will grow stronger.
The ones who resist will keep patching over gaps until something breaks. And the moment it breaks, they'll realize AI wasn't the threat. Their lack of evolution was the threat.
Which brings us full circle. The title of our episode: AI Scheduling and Estimating, Fair Advantage or Cheating? After unpacking all of this, I think the answer is simple. It's a fair advantage, but only for the contractors who choose to use it. AI is just a tool, a powerful one, but it doesn't cheat for you. It doesn't think for you. It doesn't build for you. It doesn't negotiate for you. It doesn't lead for you. It only magnifies what you already are.
And that's the real punchline. AI doesn't replace contractors, it exposes them. If you're strong, it makes you stronger. If you're organized, it makes you sharper. If you're customer focused, it helps you communicate better. If you're sloppy, it shows the sloppiness. If you're outdated, it reveals the gaps. And that's not cheating, that's truth.
The contractors who adapt will dominate the next decade. The contractors who cling to the way we've always done it will slowly fade out, not because they weren't skilled, but because they refused to evolve.
And the future of the trades isn't old school or high tech. It's both. It's experience plus innovation. It's craftsmanship plus intelligence. It's tools plus judgment. It's AI plus humanity.
That's the future contractors need to prepare for. Not a world controlled by machines, a world where machines enhance the people who are willing to grow.
This has been Hard Hat Chat. AI isn't cheating, it's the new tape measure. Use it well and you'll build straighter, faster, and stronger than ever.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Think smarter, build smarter, lead smarter. And we'll see you on the next episode.